Hey guys, this is my good friend Shiro with his deck profile for you of Omnizoo. A deck that wasn't represented quite a lot of Glasgow regionals as much as we thought it may have would have been, which was kind of shocking to us. He got 46th place, so he placed in the top 64. This profile was meant to come out at a later date, but after some deliberation stuff, I decided to bring it out early for you before the podcast that comes out tomorrow. So I hope you all enjoy it, but for now, I'm going to leave it to Shiro with the deck profile.
Hey guys, so this is the deck I played at the Scottish Regionals past on Saturday. The reason I went for this deck is because Mother Shoto has become a thing, which slows the game down slightly, which lets you basically play the game now with this deck because of the memory costs. I'm going to start with the eggs, so obviously we're going to be running 4 Mother D Reaper. For the obvious case that we will be running Shoto with it. I'll probably be using it until Bandai says I can't. Our first level 5 is Mamimon. The main reason to play this here, let's just find our Shotos. The rest of our searchers bottom deck them, so we want to try and get this out early. If we haven't got them in hand at the start of the game. Inheritable as well. When you go into your level 7s, you'll be playing out Digimon with effects, or by effects. So if you don't have a Shoto down at that point, for example, you can then give Mother Blocker using the Mamimon's Inheritable ability. The next level 5 is Rapidmon. This is either the best level 5 or the second best level 5. When Shoto's on board, it cannot be bottom deck, bounced, or deleted. Gives you on-play Digivolve 1 or level 7s, play it out for free. The Inheritable is very strong as well. When you delete Digimon by battle, you draw to top of their security card. Or security stack, sorry. Our next level 5 is Edamon. So between this and Rapidmon, they're the best level 5s in the deck. The main reason to run this here, in case you go against the Magna combo or the Magna deck, basically forced to attack at the start of turns to counter protection. Forced combat is probably one of the strongest effects in the game at the moment. Well, any effect that forces your opponent to do something they don't want to do is really strong at the moment. We'll now go on to our Dark Master set. So our first level 5s is the Scorpiomon. I was originally running 0 of these and I went up to 2 just to get the blocker inheritable. It only can digivolve, or we can only digivolve on top of this with 3 cards in our deck, but the blocker inheritable did come up. Its main effect is, on play, reveal the top 4 cards, add 2 level 6 or higher Digimon cards among them to your hand, then place the rest in the bottom of the deck. End of turn, you may delete a Digimon, any Digimon in the field, so you can do Mother, for example, and then place a level 6 Dark Master in your breeding area, which you can then raise next turn. Our next level 5 is Cherrymon. I used to run this at 4, but the Pearson, more times than not, killed my Aces on top of it, so I would then overflow. That's why I went for the blocker inheritable, another one, which is exactly the same as the card previously. So our next card is Lady Devimon. So there's not a lot of cards that can digivolve from this in our deck, or Aces wise, but one of our main level 6s, Piedmon, does, so it's just for a little bit more consistency. Retaliation also comes up a little bit when you go into the level 7s. The best level 5 from the Dark Masters stuff would be Gigadramon. Basically all of our Aces go on top of this. Reboot is really good in the deck, especially giving like reboot to all your Omnimons. It's really good. Our first ace of the deck is Megazoo. Probably one of the best aces in the game. It came up so much. Not being able, or forcing your opponent to suspend 2 Digimon and then they can't digivolve, which is the main part. Did really good, like did wonders, to be honest, during the regionals. It also gets 2 swings, which is really nice. And blocker. The ace we're running the most of is Vikemon. So at the moment it's a blue meta, and the main reason I wanted to build this deck is because I know it has a lot of access to D-Digivolve, and everyone's saying how strong D-Digivolve is. So on play, this D-Digivolves 2 on one of your opponent's Digimon, then none of the Digimon with 1 or fewer Digivolution cards can suspend until the end of their turn, which is the main part. I froze so many boards with this here, especially with a lot of decks at the moment playing pretty wide boards with their level 3s, like the Ukamons and stuff like that there. The when attacking effect also comes up really handy. When attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 1 or fewer Digivolution cards. Yeah, it's really, really good. It's apart from Mega Gargo, it's probably the best ace in the deck. Our first one of ace is Cherubimon. The only reason this is in the deck is for the Magna Axe matchup. While the DP reduction is very, very good, and obviously it lasts until the end of their turn, so you can kill Magna at the start of their turn. Alliance, when you have level 7s on board, or Mother, when you alliance for like over 20k, Magna Axe is never going to be bigger than it. So they're either forced to block or lose 2 security. I went against Magna once this regional, and it basically won me the game. I just hard played it, and he couldn't remove it, and then the turn after I just kept alliancing with it, so he was forced to block. Another one of ace is Grand Quagga. It didn't really come up during the regional. This is maybe one of the cards I cut for something else, but suspends one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then if this effect's suspended, they can't unsuspend, and then delete one of their suspended Tamers. Yeah, it didn't really come up. Your turn once per turn, when it becomes suspended, you can give Security Attack +1 to one of your Digimon. So when you suspend a Digimon on their turn that can't unsuspend, you just swing into it with this. Give your Omnimon, for example, Security Attack +1, and then do 2 checks. It's really good in theory, but it just didn't really come up for. So going on to our first Dark Master level 6 is Machine Dramon. Probably the best level 6 in the deck. On play / when attacking, D-Digivolve 2. Really, really powerful when you delete one of your level 5s to place in your breeding area. It sort of makes your opponent have to think about the next turn, whether they should raise or not, or keep in breeding area. The only counter to this at the moment in the current meta is probably Hexablow, but if he's out on board, you would just go into Omnimon anyway instead. But yeah, the next level 6 for Dark Masters is Piedmon. On play when attacking, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. Really, really good. Did come up a lot, just like Machine Dramon. Slightly worse, but yeah, it's out of the Dark Masters available at the moment. This is the second best. What I forgot to mention in the last card, at the end of your opponent's turn, if this is out on board and it survives, which it usually doesn't, you can then trash this here and then play out a different name from your hand, and then get the on-plays. Really, really good combo. Our first level 7 of the deck, and how the deck works basically is an oldie but a goldie Omnizoo. When Digivolving, trash top 3 cards of your deck, then you may play up to 2 black and or purple Digimon cards with a play cost of 8 or less from your trash type paying the memory costs. Yeah, this is so broken at the moment. You can play out aces with this, 2 of them. Vikemon, for example, is on play as D-Digivolve 2, and then anything with 1 or less Digivolution cards can attack. Same with the Granquaga and the True. Well, you can't play Truby, but yeah, this is the main engine of the deck. You go into this, you play out 2 Dark Master level 5s. You search top 8 cards. You take 4 potentially. And then you kill one of the level 5s, you put a Dark Master in raise, and then you just keep doing this every single turn, trying to overwhelm your opponents. The way attacking is you may return one of the level 6s and its distribution cards to your hand to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 12 or less. Which also really comes up as well. Sometimes you might not have a Dark Master in hand, and then you can choose to attack with this. Put one into your hand and then delete one of your level 5s at the end of the turn if you have it, just to put it in raising. So it is the main cog of the engine. The deck wouldn't really work without it. Then we're on to Alter B, probably the strongest card in the deck, or at least the strongest level 7. So can Digivolve on top of any Omnimon in name. It doesn't matter the colour, caught for 2. You Digivolve 3, one of your opponent's Digimon, and then delete up to a total of 6 or less play cost on the board. Really, really powerful. The Digivolve is really, really strong at the moment. And then when attacking, you can combo off with it, but I'll get to that shortly. Our other level 7 Omni is Merciful Mode. Really, really relevant at the moment. When Digivolving, for each Mega in this Digivolution cards, you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon. And then you bottom deck 10 of your opponent's, or 10 cards in your opponent's trash. It really, really came up this regional against Dexter Agora, against Fenrir Lugamon, and any other deck that really wants to see stuff in trash. I didn't go against any hybrid decks, but you can bottom deck their Tamers out of their trash, so they can't play them out again with their own deletion effects on their ancient Digimon. If you have this out, you can go into your Merciful Mode, you can go into Alter B, you can go into Alter B again, and then essentially swing for game by trashing all 3. Sort of the bread and butter of the deck is most of your removal. Our next level 7 is probably my favourite card in the game, and the main reason I made the deck was to get to play this guy again. Sword Defeat. Security. Play this card without battling and without paying its memory cost, which is great, but there is certain scenarios where it's not. And then when Digivolve and delete one of your opponent's Tamers, which is very, very strong at the moment, especially with decks like Imperial Demon having the access to Ken and Davis, or the hybrid decks Digivolving on top of them. Another thing that comes up is on deletion, delete one of your opponent's Digimon. So you can go into this on your turn, and if you have one of your level 5s on board, you can delete this Digimon to delete one of your opponent's Digimon, and then place a Dark Master in your breeding area. It's a really versatile card. If it's on top, you can Digivolve in this on top of Piedmon or Machinedra. You can give it retaliation with Piedmon. You can swing into Digimon just to delete their Digimon and then get 2 deletions. One with retaliation, one with the Digimon's effect. The next level 7 is one of Imperial Demon. Source stripping is really, really strong at the moment, especially with the amount of aces going around, and partition. Most of our level 6s, or our level 6 aces, are either green or blue. This did come up quite a bit actually during the regional. You can also on your opponent's turn if you ace into this. Because we run so many white level 7s, you can bottom deck your trash and then steal turn, which did come up once. Yeah, really strong card at the moment. I'm really glad we're getting new level 7 boss monsters. The when attacking effect can really combo off with Vikemon. One of the main combos of the deck is you can go into Vikemon on your turn. They digivolve to one of your opponent's Digimon, and then none of their Digimon with one or fewer sources can attack. Then if they choose to attack on their turn with their main stack of Digimon, you can go into this, strip all sources, and then none of their Digimon can attack the rest of the turn, and this digivolve on top of stuff again. And if they're already at level 6 or 7, then yeah, they just can't attack the rest of their turn. And then next turn you just swing on suspend with this. Didn't really come up, but it is a fun combo. The last level 7 and the last Digimon is Death Axe. Yeah, don't really need to explain why this card's good. You just evolve one and then delete all your opponent's Digimon level 4 or lower. Yeah, it just punishes whiteboards. You essentially can play it for free. And then at the end of their turn, you delete one of their opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. Yeah, this is busted. You can also digivolve on top of your 2 main level 6s. Yeah, this won me a game during regionals when one of the players was playing against tried to go wide with Mirage and their Tamers in the back, so I got to play it out for free. So that's the last Digimon, so we will get on to the Boogeyman, which is Guru Kazuma. Yeah, this card was probably a mistake. Yeah, start of your main phase of your opponent has a Digimon game on memory, which is great on its own. And at the end of your turn, by spending this, one of your Digimon gains Piercing and Blocker, and you can choose any Digimon you want. And the main one is, of course, this. Yeah, this one of the main reasons I play this deck, because it slows the game down enough to basically, because all your level 7s cost a lot of memory, it slows the game down enough so you can keep cycling with Sword. The way I played it in regionals, because I have 12 searchers, I can essentially draw my first hand. If I don't see Shiro, I can then mulligan. Because I'm more than likely gonna at least find one searcher in my hand. The only game I didn't see it was my very last game at regionals. Other than that, it was pretty close. I didn't expect to do too well with this deck, but I just thought it would be, I don't know, a fun pick going into it. I thought it has a lot of digivolve effects. Show Mother is a really good combo at the moment. I ended up coming 46th overall. I went 5-3. Played against Mirage 3 times, played Imperial, played Dax Doragora. Yeah. The deck can hold up with pretty much any deck currently in the meta, if you get your engine going. Yeah, that's the deck profile, so thanks for tuning in.